Hey, more friends, Bill here, Sportsman Outreach. Hope you're having a good week. Going to go over the sports for really, let's just go from today's Wednesday, June the 14th, really through Sunday. Trying to cover some ground here. The next NASCAR race is not till June 25th, and that's in Nashville Speedway. That's a week from Sunday. MLS games. There's one today in Los Angeles at BMO Stadium. Tomorrow, Thursday, there's a game there's actually having a tournament at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Tomorrow, Panama plays Canada and United States plays Mexico. And then Saturday, there's games in New York City, Washington, D.C., New England at Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play. That's where that is. Kansas City, Nashville, and San Jose, California. And then Sunday, they have the games back in Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium for that tournament. Baseball today. Detroit, games, a doubleheader at Detroit, games at Minnesota, St. Louis, Baltimore, Boston, New York Mets, Chicago Cubs, Texas, Kansas City, Houston, San Diego, Arizona, Seattle, and LA Dodgers. USFL, this weekend, games at Canton, Ohio, and Memphis on Saturday, and Sunday in Memphis and Detroit. Concerts. Chicago, it's Grant Park Music Festival. Bloomington, Illinois, Tailgate and Tall Boys, Illinois. North Lawrence, Ohio, the Country Fest. Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Play Think Festival. Bonnaroo Festival starts tomorrow. And that's it. So there's 4 concerts going on. And then lastly, our stuff. Bonnaroo starts preaching Friday and Saturday. Terry Cohea is going to be there. Lord willing, I guess about 10 or 12 guys so far. Hey, that's great. Like I said before, these, if you're in the area, it's in Manchester, Tennessee, which is about, I guess, maybe 45 minutes northwest of Chattanooga on the interstate, hour and a half or so south of Nashville. If you're close, click on this link, contact Terry and join them. It's a huge crowd, and they need lots of preachers. And by God's grace, there's a great spot to stand and preach at on a street that kind of runs on one end of the concert venue. Unbelievable opportunity. I want to highly encourage you, if you're in the area around Manchester, close to it, to go and preach there with Terry and the guys. Terry's doing a great job. He's done a great job leading teams out there. This is about his second year, I think. I think this is his third year. He's done it twice before. I've been one time. It's just a madhouse. These kids, they need the gospel. This is not a marginal event. I think there's a lot of drugs. People die in there. That's what I've been told. I'm not trying to overstate it. But it's just not healthy. It's not healthy at all. Not physically healthy. It's not spiritually healthy. However you want to describe it. So go in there and join Terry. And then starting Monday, the George Whitefield Fellowship Conference. Again, man, if you have any desire to preach more, that's kind of the way to say, who's this for? You just want to keep preaching. You want to get better at it. You want to preach more. You want to learn more about the life of preaching. That's what this is. We break it down into 2 categories. One is the preaching part, expository preaching training, which Heath does. He does his keep your finger in the text. That's one part of the training for 5 days. And so you get to do it 5 straight days in person, where you just exchange all kinds of ideas and get to chat with the other guys that are there. That's what makes it really worthwhile, you might say. The other half is what I lead, is really living the evangelistic life. And that's really the things that we end up doing more of as evangelists and doing less of as evangelists. We talk about these things, getting our lives organized, seeing really how that we're actually ambassadors of Christ and ministers, and not just guys getting off the pew and going and preaching. That we talk about the depth of what this work requires, both scripturally and personally, and it really, I believe, helps you give a deeper perspective on the work that we're doing. So those are the 2 things that we discuss primarily. And so if you want to be full-time, or you just want to come and learn more about these topics, or you want to investigate being full-time, or you want to investigate more of this is who this is really for. Of course, if you want to be a part of the Whitefield program, want to make a commitment to that, it's for you. It's really the beginning point is anyone who wants to investigate more of this work. That's where we start with. And then going from that point, you may not preach anymore. Maybe you're trying to figure out what's God is calling you to do. Just so if you begin right there up to the top end where you're preaching full-time, 4 hours a day, it's really for everyone in between, guys, in between those 2 points. So I encourage you to check it out and come join us. The best thing on the Whitfield Fellowship Conference is to basically call me like right now, text me as soon as you watch this, 423-724-7500, so we can get your registration processed ASAP. Evangelism Conference, July 7th to 8th in Indianapolis at Brian 9 is running. And then July 8th to 11th, Seattle, Washington, the MLB baseball celebration, man, come on. Come and join us up there. Preach Christ to the folks up in Washington. They need a light. There's churches up there. There's no doubt about it. But, Oregon, Washington, the Northwest, they need the light. We've got to go. Got it going up there and stirring things up. So come and join us. July 8 to 11, Seattle, Washington. Music City Grand Prix, August 4 to 6 in Nashville. Ben Grady's leading that. He does a great job leading it. He said in one of his videos, there's about 30 guys committed to come. He's got 3 team leaders, Will Dietrich, David Day, Heath Putzel. He does a really good job leading everything. It's a great city for preaching. Downtown on Broadway, Nashville's created a city where they want people downtown. They've got Country Music Hall of Fames. They've got bars down there. It's all kinds of stuff, plus the race fans. It's crazy down there. I've been before. It's a great event. Ben is leading it. He does a good job. He's also on September the 9th leading evangelism training in Nashville. That link and banner on here. NFL London, October 6th to 16th. 3 of us are going so far. Ken Heisel, Joe Toy, myself. Come and join us. We also are talking about the Rugby World Cup in France. Those same dates. The Pan Am Games in Santiago, Chile. Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak French? The Cricket World Cup in India. Have you been to India? Contact me if you can say yes to any of those things. Circleville Pumpkin Festival, October 18 to 21. Grey Cup in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, which is west of Toronto, October 16 to 19. Lots of opportunity going on, plus the SFOI 1000 baseball kicking in. We're going to really put some effort into that after we get back from the Baseball All-Star Weekend. Contact me if you have any questions. Hope to hear from you. 423-724-7500.